I'm a full minute late. That sucks. Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. We here. We do a song. I'm gonna assume yes, since I'm getting reactions on my thing. I guess I could do my normal sound check. This is normally why I try to get on early. Oh man, I'm really tired today. Today's been a really tired day. I'm really tired. So I don't have much of a lead in today. Oh, I do want to say I finally I talked to one of my friends and we decided to name my new ukulele. We've had it for about a month now, so I don't know how new it is anymore. But my new ukulele, her name is going to be Gloria, um, which I love. I think it's a really good name for her, actually. So now my ukulele is Gloria and Lele. At some point, I need to get better at. I need to actually finish teaching myself guitar, and then name my guitars things. Um, One of my guitars already had a name, the one that I got, the one that I bought from my friend, but I don't remember what we named it. We named it together. We were friends, but yeah. Anyway, so like I said, I've been real tired today. This is Pumpkin Take Two, because the first one was a horrible failure. But we live and learn. It's the love of live TV. This one does not have any soft spots. It feels very solid. I've even tried to shake it for sloshing, and we seem good. I think we're good on this one. I have nothing new for Bucket Bucket today. I don't know if it was homegrown from Indian Hills. Good sticker. So anyway. So yes, if anybody watched last week, I was going to cover Pumpkin and I was going to do a horror game today, just live stream playing video game today, and I cut open the pumpkin and it was rotten and soupy, and I ended up throwing it out. I just threw it out into the woods behind my yard. Figured fertilized grass and whatever parts could be salvaged by animals that could do, or whatever else. It tells you what I do with produce. This guy I got earlier today. It's got a nice big working surface. Let me make it a little bit more. I apologize that I feel like today's gonna be really low energy because I'm just so. I've been sleepy all day. I've been sleeping all day and playing Pokemon, and that's it. That's what I've done, and I did a lot of back and forth to try to get my meds refilled. It's been a weird day, so hopefully I'll get this done properly today. And I literally left all the newspaper out and everything from last week, so I've still got the same surface that I had last week ready to do my big pumpkin guy. I've still got all my green pumpkin equipment because I specifically didn't want the orange stuff. So I paid for a family size carving kit, which was bigger and a little more expensive than the single size. But I really don't like the color orange. So of course, when you're getting a pumpkin, it's kind of your best option. I've actually worked with I think they're called. I want to say when I saw them labeled, they were called blue pumpkins, but the greenish grayish ones. I've worked with those before. They have a thicker rind, or at least one that I worked with did. But I was also working with a small one. That was a pain in the ass to work with. But anyway, so far the stock has not been torn off this one, and there's no sloshing. So we'll see how this guy goes. But as before, I'm not looking forward to having to gut the pumpkin, which I know is a necessary thing to do, but I hate doing it. It's so messy, and I'm really very weird about being messy. Make sure I get my notch in there so that I know how to align the doodad, the lid. feel like I should go wider on the lid than I'm going to, but I'm not. Bum, 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 bum. I love Halloween. I'm really glad. I really hope this pumpkin works out better because I was really excited to do just like any kind of Halloween type theme. And one of the things with that is to do a pumpkin. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. It smells nice when it's not all rotted out. Alrighty, I got a trash can right here. I feel like I shouldn't use a trash can. That's fine. I'll be able to just dump it out of the trash can into the bottom. Ooh. I remember one year I did this and I saved all the pumpkin bits because I thought I was going to make pumpkin treats. Not only did I not do that, I learned from other pumpkin treats that I just don't like pumpkin. Like, it's really weird. This is a really weird thing for me to enjoy doing because I think it's just associated so much with Halloween for me. But I don't like pumpkin really. So I end up, it's almost really wasteful for me to do. Anyway. But it's fun. It's all for fun. I should have paper towels set aside for me. And now I do. Alrighty, let's get to the fun part. I'm sorry. I'm really easily distracted. ADHD is a fun thing. Ooh. All right. You can see the innards. It's so nice to like actually see. This is really interesting. I don't know why it's interesting to me to look at the fibers. Maybe I'm weird. Oh, come on. See the whole fucking setup. That's good. That's a good angle. Of course, the light now from the camera is kind of overpowering the overhead light, so it looks comparatively dark to see the. I feel like I've used these spoons before and always find them sort of inefficient. These scoopers. Like, I like the idea of trying to keep this stuff off my hands because, again, I don't want it on my hands. But it always feels too flimsy. Like, it's not doing a lot to actually scoop things up. Let's do this. Let's use my little card guy here. I like. These are, I think, better for tearing off the fibers. Or if I can use this just to tear off the fibers, and then try to use the spoon to scoop it all out. Wait, that's the way to go about it. Wait, just use a spoon to get this top stuff. Ooh. Why would you fly off the? Goes to the one place I don't have paper towels down. Or newspaper. Where is it? So much bullshit Trump news for you to follow on. Need to go off the side. Okay. Can I pull some of this out? Yep. Motherfucker. attacking my laptop now. I'm really nervous. I'm just like not going to talk louder in this episode. I'm sorry. I'm normally very talkative. Lots of seeds, lots of guts. So it really seems like a lot of seeds. Can I just like that worked pretty well. Got a lot of milk. So I got this kit that came with all this stuff, and it's got, of course, a bunch of. If anyone's ever bought these kits before, they know it comes with a lot of little what do you call them, stencils. I don't think I've ever successfully used a stencil when making a jack-o'-lantern. So I don't know if I want to try that or not. I don't think I don't have like scissors or anything. I don't know how one is supposed to adhere the stencil to the pumpkin while you're working with it. Do I have a puncture or a little puncture? I normally see them done with like little puncture doohickeys that you like just punch holes with, and then you use those to either punch it out all together or as a guide. I've never really known which, because again, I've never actually used them. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do that or if I want to actually. Basically, I'm wondering if I should just go hand carve like I always do, or hand drawn like I always do, or try to carve with one of the stencils for the first time ever. I feel like I'm just gonna hand draw it, which I meant to. You would think that this being my second week of trying to do this, I would have remembered to put aside a pencil to draw with, but no, that would imply a level of preparedness that is unlike me, as we have learned when making these videos. Huh? I think maybe I remember this being worse than it normally is. Maybe I just overplay things in my head. I do have a tendency to make things worse in my head than they are in real life. I feel like that's just part of the human experience, though, isn't it? This is fun. This is one of the things that, like, I don't know. I feel like everybody has probably carved a pumpkin, or I mean, can. I don't know. I say that because like the whole point of this channel is to be like, let me do things I don't normally do, and show that anybody can like make happen what you want to make happen. Carving pumpkins is one of those things though I do actually do frequently. I don't know. I never know how much of this is going to be me just doing things that I actually do with some regularity, and just like share the things that I enjoy doing with the world. That's kind of what this is. Gross. Like even when I was showing off like the stuff that I got from Stuart Simple, like I do a lot of drawing. I really don't do a lot of painting. And like painting is something that I'm not particularly good at in my experiments with it. So that's what kind of makes that whole thing a little scary and a little more, I think, interesting in my mind. Interesting enough to put on the channel. Although at some point I will eventually try to stream some art stuff and like maybe even do some drawing stuff. While I was in quarantine, I actually got my hands on and I ordered an iPad and started to work with digital drawing. And I did the iPad, even though I hate Apple as a company. The iPad and the Apple Pencil have been the digital drawing apparatuses that felt most natural to me and felt like the most comfortable for me to use. So I was like, well, I really do want to try to get into more digital art. And I've got some extra money right now because I'm not driving to Atlanta every day and still collecting a not unsubstantial paycheck. So I guess I can set aside some money and buy this Apple stuff like I wanted to do. So I did, and I've been experimenting with it, and I'm still just not very good at digital art. But at some point, I do want to stream doing some of it so that you can all see my attempts with that. Just like everything else, you see what you're seeing is me just trying my damnedest. So maybe if I have to change the name of this show, since it never actually takes place on Monday mornings, I will change it to Persephone Tries the Damnedest. I just saw a piece of pumpkin fly at my computer screen and land on. I appreciate this Chromebook because it has it can like bend all the way around, because it basically has tablet mode also. And so if you do that, it does have another camera that effectively becomes a front-facing camera or a rear-facing camera when you put it in tablet mode. But it means that when it's just like in regular mode, in laptop mode, it just has this random camera at the keyboard. And I always find that funny. All right. I feel like I probably scraped out about as much of this stuff as I need to. I think this is still getting to being a short episode. I think maybe Carving a Pumpkin doesn't take as long as I think it does. But we always made it an event in the before times where I'd get people together and we could drink and carve pumpkins and cook marshmallows and all that kind of stuff. That was that where I was when I was I have a few moments that are funny to me more than anything. I don't want to make it sound like I've dealt with racism in any type of real way. I haven't. But I have minor stories that happened around what little Filipino I am. I'm a quarter Filipino, for anyone who didn't already know that. My grandmother was from just outside Manila. But I think it might have been pumpkin carving one year with my ex and their family, in which we're sitting around, and his mother, we're roasting we're roasting hot dogs. We were sitting outside for whatever reason. It feels like it was probably because we were carving pumpkins, and then just sort of as an aside, I wasn't drinking at the time, so I don't drink. I didn't drink at the time, but we carved pumpkins. We were roasting hot dogs, and I decided to go inside for a drink. I was thirsty to go with the hot dogs. That's probably about as good as I'm gonna get. I think I'm tearing up more fibers as I'm doing this because of the toothed thing. So I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call that clear. Looks pretty good. So I decided to go in and get a drink, and as I go inside, she calls up to me. She goes, "Yeah, we have we have water and milk, the standard fare." And she goes, "Oh, and we have Hawaiian punch. You should like that, right?" So I look at her, and don't get me wrong, it very well could have been me taking things more personally than I think she meant for them to. But it was the way that she said it, and I decided, I decided I would mention something, And of course, if she had said, just whatever, then fine. But I asked her why I would like that in particular, and her response was like, "Well, because it's a wine punch." I'm like, "Yeah, and you're Filipino, and they're basically the same." And I didn't really know what to say to that. I think I did have Hawaiian punch. I drank some. I may have said the words to her that I'm going to drink this, but I'm very offended by it. But I'm pretty sure I did inform her that Hawaiian punch is made in California. So it's like, so your stereotype is only wrong. I'm gonna do it this way. So what I'm gonna do for right now is I'm gonna put a pumpkin to the side. I'm gonna look at these. I feel like I'm probably not gonna actually do any of these, but I want to show some of them off. It's like it's like reading a storybook to children. You're all my children. Since I'm not gonna actually have any. This one's actually pretty cool. Gently push and pop out the shaded areas. Oh! They really does just pop off. I don't dislike that one. I just don't know if I can do these. This one's cool, but I know I'm gonna have a hard time with that. Is that a cat? Looks like a cat. I guess it's a cat. Okay. Oh, I do like this one. But I feel like I could probably just hand draw that design. Go to the classic skull. I've done skulls in the past. Dio de la Muerte. So this one has a hint on it. It's got a hint. It says hint, carve the small areas first. Call small detailed areas first. Carve pumpkin. Carve large areas last. What does they carve pumpkin second? Like, how does that work? Okay. This motherfucker says, OMG, holy shit. That's a hard pass for me. I like this one a lot, actually. All right, yeah. Let's just go. Let's go. Let's do this guy. Y'all get to see my first attempt at actually trying to use. I think it's probably not my first attempt trying to use one of these, but we'll see if I can. So we'll see if I can just like stick to it this time. My problem is, am I supposed to have tape? Am I supposed to tape it on? Like the smart money is on yes, but I don't know how I'm gonna bother doing that. Or maybe I can. I've got markers. I bet. I guess what I can do is just sort of put it on there enough for me to trace the outlines of the pieces. And then I've got the marker. That probably makes more sense. In fact, hang on. There's instructions here. Yeah, that's like exactly what I'm supposed to do. That just makes sense. I'm dumb. I'm a big dumb dummy. It's fine. I wonder how well these are actually going to write on a pumpkin. I feel like I've used these markers in the past and they don't work real well. But I guess as long as they work well enough to really get the outline on. I normally do like to freehand just because it's my own art on it, but I like this design enough that I think I'm okay with it not being freehand. Can't explore these small details. Is entertained? Are we entertained yet? I'm so tired today, guys. I love Halloween. I wish I had like a good. I should have tried to put together a costume for this. That would have been fun. I did a whole thing in a costume. I think next week I'm still gonna do. I specifically bought a. Oh shit! So it was some kind of Vampire the Masquerade game on PlayStation that I was gonna do for the holiday season, and my next episode will be November 2nd. So I think maybe I will just go ahead and still do a horror that I will play that game for it. I was gonna do like some horror video games, and y'all could see how much of a fucking wuss I am about horror games because I'm real bad at them. I get real scared real easily. What I wish I could do, what I need to figure out how to do, is get the PT. I need to get the PT re-downloaded on my PlayStation. Otherwise, I need to go bug my ex about borrowing his PlayStation. But I think that maybe they've found a way to like completely get rid of it now, to where maybe I won't be able to re-download it because I know that he downloaded the. I know that he deleted the data from his PlayStation so that he could download with it, which is fair. But like I remember when it was first announced that project was canceled, people were selling the PlayStations with the PT downloaded for, I want to say like $1,000 or some shit. Like enough that you could conceivably have sold your PlayStation and like bought another one. If it didn't just sound like too much effort, I probably would have tried to do that. Or talk him into doing it. Like I said, it was technically his PlayStation. I just played it more. This is going to go terribly. I keep tearing the paper I'm not supposed to tear. Oh, shit. I am very quickly giving up on this idea. Okay. That's... Okay. This takes so much work. I really thought that the stencils were meant for like children and shit, but this is like taking me a lot more effort than I would like to spend on this stupid stencil. I can make just perfectly fine scary designs of my own. I can freehand shit like this. I should have just tried freehanding this design. That would have been better. Fuck. And now there's a certain level of payoff where I put so much effort into this that now I have to see it through. I've already spent too much time with it, you see. And therefore, it must be completed. And I know that I'm going to fuck up these little teeth details. It's not going to look right. I'm going to be real mad about it. Is that more paper? Okay. That only took forever. Maybe this is the way I stretch this video to be out the full hour. This is how I stretch out that stream, by doing this fucking. All right. Oh, my legs. Oh. All right. This feels like the cleanest surface for it. Put it right there. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds good. Fuck it, why not? Okay. Okay. We're going to see. It actually shows it pretty well. Of course, it gets wiped off really easily. So we're gonna. Okay. I'm gonna be rough with these because I mean they're mostly just guidelines. Not to be exactly where they are. Okay. Should I move? I don't trust myself with this. Sure, why not? Okay. We're gonna very carefully move that. Fuck, damn it. This is the other eye. This was a bad idea. I am slowly giving up on this concept more and more as I move on to each next step. Because I've not started the mouth yet, which I feel like is going to be the most infuriating part. Okay. See, I didn't even do this fucking nose right. So, all right. I can spend some time kind of perfecting it in a second. For now, this is gonna go like that. So we can do this. And then do this for. Oh god, I hate this. What's this look like right now? Okay. I guess it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look good. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Like that. And we do all these nice. Just like that. Oh yeah, right there. Okay. Go boom boom. I'm talking even less than I have been because I'm trying so hard to trace these fucking lines. Sure. Why the fuck? If anybody ever watches like Bill Wirtz on YouTube, I've currently got I just did a bad thing. Like that's how I feel right now. So we're just gonna kind of trace around there. Sometimes you just gotta say fuck it and kind of freehand some shit. Okay. Gonna kind of embolden some of these lines, make it easier to see. And lastly, we got our fangs, our little teefies, which I already foresee being the biggest pain in the ass. Am I too close to the base of the pumpkin on this? I feel like I probably am. Okay, I'm gonna go over this real quick to make these lines just a little thicker and hopefully easier to follow. I imagine the eyes are gonna be difficult too, just because of the roundness of the, I guess, pupil area that they're trying to include in that. Seems like a weird twist to make. But who am I to doubt professional pumpkin artists? I am but a vessel. And this nose. All right, let's see how visible that is. Pretty visible. There you go. You can see that. You can see what's happening. All right. I guess the smartest thing is going to be to do these little nose bits first, since they are all so small. So I've got my little buddy, my little doohickey. There you go. You can see it fully wide. And I'm gonna just start going to town, I guess. I'm gonna try to start out a little bit smaller than I need to be. I figure it's easier to go backwards and forwards on that. I also want to make sure that light will come through, even on these small bits. Does this reach all the way through? Yeah, that's okay. I didn't even check for that. Oh. Okay. There's that bit. I'll go ahead and move up to the bridge. I have a fine tooth. I got real quiet. I'm really sorry. I've sort of run out of like random ass topics to talk about. So if anybody is like in chat in the like live view or whatever and wants to just like send me a comment of some type of something I can talk about, then I will do that. In the meantime, one of my fears is coming true where like as I'm carving pieces out and I'm getting pumpkin on everything and pumpkin juice on everything, I am losing some of the markings, which like it was designed for these markings to go off like super easily anyway, because of course you don't want a bunch of stray markings on your pumpkin after you're done carving it, but it means that while you're carving it, you erase a bunch of your lines, and that's kind of frustrating. But it's gonna be what's gonna be, I guess. Let me get up. Okay. Now I'm realizing that I sort of messed up the shape of the nose, so I'm gonna alter it a bit from my sketches. Because it has more of like a nose shape right here as opposed to just being round. Oh man. Sorry, I hurt my hand. Probably didn't do a great job of fixing that like I hoped I would. Come on. Alrighty. Let's see how we're looking. You go a little more round. More rounded nose there. That looks pretty good. I'm not too mad at that. So we got the nose bit done. I think next is going to start working on the fangs. I feel like it's going to be the next most difficult part. So you can see the blade and the. Oh no! That's fine. stabbed him. I didn't mean to stab him. I mean, I did, but not there. Yeah, it's weird both trying to like get the video done and like be entertaining, trying to move at some kind of pace while also like I don't know, not totally fuck it up. I like how it gripped and popped up for me. It made it easier for me. I like that. I like when things are easy for me. This one I don't think is actually long enough. Apparently I didn't scrape it down as thin here. Cool. Let's do this long boy right here. It's a nice long sharp one. Well, that's actually a thing, I guess, versus a tooth. You know, this design does have one of the things that always bugs me, and I can't really explain why this bugs me. I don't like the vampire designs that have the like elongated. I don't know there's the incisors, and then there's I can't remember what these are called, and then there's your canines. And in my mind, I would always elongate canines whenever I'm thinking of like a vampire as far as fangs go, as having elongated canines. But this design went with, I mean, it's the same design that like Lost Boys did, which is the teeth between the incisors and the canines that are elongated into vampire fangs. And like, I don't know, to each is their own, I guess. I've never been a huge fan of that design. I always thought it looked kind of goofy. But I guess it's better than like, it's still better to me than like Nosferatu, who had the elongated incisors, like very rat-like. I think that was the point, but I just never liked it. I love vampires, though. Don't get me wrong. Vampire lore has always been so more interesting to me. I feel like I intentionally always turn my Chromebook on early before the stream starts, so that I can run through any updates to like, because like what'll happen is it'll run through all the updates of like Facebook messages I got while it was off, and so I always try to give it time to do that. And I think it just now got around to doing that, which is frustrating because it means that now I've got a bunch of pop-ups that distract me. And I mean, I think at this point we've all learned how easily distracted I am. I just don't need any more distractions in my life. Okay. There's that. Let's see. Move on to this incisor. Is it the molar? No, the molar's the back teeth, right? I should look this up. Not right now, but just in general. It's something I should look up. I enjoy knowing things. It's just one of those things that I should know. Bum, bum, bum. These might actually just be new messages that I'm getting. They're from my my commander group. Who I really appreciate. I just appreciate having a group that I can like play commander with. Really fucking love that card game. As disappointing as they may be sometimes. I thought about, I like, unfortunately, I don't think there's any gaps right now in the world of Magic YouTubers that I could easily fit. I'm not particularly competitive, and there's like so many, like even especially Commander based, because Commander is one of the biggest formats right now. But there's so many Commander based YouTube channels already that I really can't. There's really nothing I could bring to the table there, and even when talking about like Magic lore, which I love doing, it's just like there's not really anything much new there for me to talk about. So just know that if at any point I might just make, for the fun of it, a random like video on the topic of Magic and Magic story, because I think Magic story is one of the things that I like talking about because it's pretty bonkers. And you're talking 27 years of high fantasy story that's all supposed to sort of come together. Yeah, it's pretty great. You get some really wild stuff going on when you are working on the same story for that long. And then you have like people on the Magic team who have to make, when someone like changes something up, then has to make sense of like all the new lore. And I feel really bad for that person who has to do that. That can't be an easy task. My teeth look a little janky. That's fine. Got the incisors done. We're working on to the other fang. I want to talk about how much I love having allergies during a little pandemic that attacks the respiratory system. I've had so many moments, and I have asthma too. So I've had so many moments where I've had hard times breathing, or like started coughing and things like that. And yeah, it's just real fun being paranoid and dealing with those things during a pandemic that, again, causes dry cough and hard time breathing, and yeah, it's just a pain. Is all. That's all it is. It's just a pain. But I've appreciated how it's at least given me some motivation to start this finally, like I've been wanting to do forever and ever. And I appreciate I think one person weekly who tunes in to watch so far. Hopefully, we can grow this and make it bigger and more relevant. And even if not, I'm having fun doing it. I started out doing a bunch of like Facebook Lives. It's just as a way to basically hang out with anyone who felt like logging in who was on my Facebook page. And then this became my way of saying, oh, what if I did that with like all of the internet? Because like, you know who I would probably get along with? All of the internet. That's probably a lie. Try to figure out where you're still. There we go. Cool. So there is the teeth done. Looking like progress. All right. I think I want to save this like it looks like a grin, but I know it's not. It's meant to be like the bottom. It's meant to be like this section here where the top half of the skull connects to the teeth, the top teeth. I know that's what it is. It looks like a grin. I'm going to say that for last. So I'm going to go work on the eyes now because I think the eyes are going to be. I've never done so many little details. I think the eyes might actually be really easy. I think the hardest part is going to be doing the roundness of it. Oh, what a pain in the ass you decided to be. I was right about the roundness being a difficult part. You're still pretty connected. We connected on so. Right here somewhere. Yeah, come with that way. Oh, I see what happened. I didn't think about the fact that as I was going around the eye, I wouldn't be able to correct for the. Oh shit! No, I didn't mean it. Come back. That's fine. I can see what I was doing there. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Oh God! I keep like slipping out by accident. Well, that time worked out in my favor. There we go. That's one eye done. Oh wow, this video actually took longer than anticipated. I feel like if I had freehanded this, it would have been almost done already. Or closer to done. That's fine. I guess there's never really a strict length that these were supposed to be. I just always wanted them to be at least an hour. And this one's going to be at least an hour. So good job, me, for doing this thing totally the right length of time on purpose. I am a master of planning. The hard part is that there's part of me keeps wanting to sing songs that are copyrighted while I'm doing this. So I'm just trying not to do that. Okay, I went too low on the eye. I'm going to kind of fix some of that and shape it up right quick. Okay. Okay. You still seem to be connected somewhere. There we go. that's what happened. Okay. Once you fix those, you need to make this part of the eye wider anyway. Damn it. There's gotta be so many like nicks and bits in this thing. Not enough for like light to come through them, mind you, but it's a frustrating thing. Okay. I'm gonna go and do this little corner bit before I wipe the eyes away. Okay. This whole eye looks kind of fucked up now. Alright. So I guess what I'm going to do is sort of mess with the other eye a bit to even it up. Oh, whatever. Anyway. Okay. Here's what we have so far. Oh, shit. Teeth, nose, eyes. And now for the last part. And I just want everyone to know that there's scary, spooky skeletons playing in my head right now. Oh, fuck me. All right. All right, we get one of this. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this so much now. Okay, yeah, these wavy parts are not going to be fun to do with that big piece. That's fine. Watch Persephone get this. Does it work with a bent tool? Let me just bend it back in place a little bit. Probably be better. Oh man. Oh Lord. Okay. All right. There we go. Did it again. Good job, me. Go back to the big piece now. Do it. Oh, okay. All right. Say Levy. Okay, Sarah and all that. I'm quickly giving up on those looking particularly good. Ha! My hands are starting to hurt. I had nothing clever left to say. I have only this fucking pumpkin. Staring me in the soul. There's no way that's going to come out cleanly. Okay. Come on. We're almost done. You and me. End this live stream. I don't like you. And you don't like me. So we could just get this over with. Okay. We're gonna cut pieces off of that. Just pop it on in bits. I lost the line here. I did lose the line right here. Let's see if that can be salvaged. I'm gonna cut you right here. Come on. Okay. We are slowly but surely getting somewhere. That piece just fell in. There we go. It's like sheep bump it cut at a bad angle, so it's like a little all the way through. I'll do it though. And right here, we're gonna cut a little bit more. Oh. Alrighty. And there we go. Too much work and too much effort for arguably not enough reward. But what I will do is try to stand up. Oh, where's it at? I was trying to find my LED light that I have been keeping here forever. But I seem to have misplaced it. So that's fun. It's actually starting to get dark outside. That's weird. Okay. Oh yeah. Apparently, I've just been getting a lot of new cards, or a lot of new messages. There she is. And you know what? I'm not really that mad about it. I'm actually pretty happy with it. For my first ever what do you call it? Stencil. All right. Well, it's apparently already dark outside, which seems too early for that, but that's fine. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of Monday Morning Project. Turn that motherfucker up. This was a lot of fun. I always enjoy carving pumpkins. I always enjoy doing like Halloween things, because it's just a fun holiday. I feel like it's one of those holidays that like really doesn't have to have a deeper meaning, and I really appreciate it for that. And I appreciate everyone. I know that it does, but I know it does a deeper meaning. And I don't want to like take it away from people who celebrate the like Halloween for like a deeper meaning than I do. But it's one that I've always really enjoyed. Since I've been allowed to celebrate it, because I grew up not really being allowed to do Halloween. But anyway, appreciate you guys for watching. Love y'all. Bye.